Amazon is the world's largest retailer, and its CEO, Jeff Bezos, is the world's richest man for a very good reason. His firm is the best at providing consumers what they want as rapidly as anybody else. Amazon has established itself as the uncontested heavyweight champion of the retail world, owing primarily to its lightning-fast delivery times. Join us today as we zip our jackets and explore Amazon's smart warehouses. Hello and welcome to TechLux. Please subscribe with all notifications turned on and like the video if you enjoyed the content. The incredible achievement of transporting hundreds of millions of things, ranging from guitar strings to saucepans to vehicle components, right to your doorstep within 24 hours is nothing short of a sophisticated logistical miracle. So, how does Amazon accomplish this? A super intelligent army of slave robots for one. Ingenious, though occasionally unethical managerial tactics are also part of the solution, as is the technologically advanced witchcraft of deep learning AI, all of which are brought to life in the world's most sophisticated stockrooms. Amazon reported global revenues of well about $350 billion in September of 2020. Despite the global economy crashing due to the teeth of the coronavirus and the bleakest job outlook in history, that's about double what it made in 2017. Not bad for a company that only began trading in 1994. Amazon has built its empire on an unrivaled basis of end-user ease. You, as the consumer, require a product, so you open the app or talk normally to Alexa, and the following day it appears on your doorstep. Moving things from point A to point B rapidly is difficult when compared to other modern digital behemoths that hardly need to exist in the real world. Think Netflix, Google, or Facebook. Amazon must transport an unimaginably large quantity of sheer volume securely, accurately, and swiftly all day, every day. So how does Amazon do it? Last year, a top Amazon executive described Amazon's warehouses as a symphony of human and machines collaborating. Let's start from the beginning and see how the symphony works. Amazon has a very decent notion of what you're going to buy before you've even signed onto the website, thanks to the semi-occult 21st century abracadabra that is deep learning AI, which Amazon has been utilizing to remarkable effect since approximately 2015. Simply said, an algorithm draws assumptions about you based on your age, region, socioeconomic status, and purchasing history. It will then guarantee that your local warehouse is supplied with adequate quantities of products you're likely to contemplate purchasing hours, days, or even weeks before you actually log on. This may be a certain kind of raunchy swimwear that algorithm predicts will be the hottest new must-have come springtime. It may be in the paperback novel for a soon-to-be viral television adaptation. For example, in January 2020, Amazon's algorithm correctly predicted huge inbound demand of face masks, and we all know what occurred there. So Amazon smart warehouses, also known as fulfillment centers, as opposed to its post office style sortation centers, frequently know what you want before you do, or at the very least know the moment you click buy now in the case of those wine-inspired late-night impulse purchases. After you click, Amazon Symphony begins. You may have seen articles in recent years claiming that Amazon employees walk up to 12 miles every shift racing between shelves hurriedly scooping up products. Amazon currently fulfillment facilities are mostly manned by an army of stubby Roomba-like robots that pick up entire shelves, known as pods, and deliver them to a human picker stationed at a stationary workstation. Amazon's enrollment in the buzzing army began in 2012, when the corporation paid $775 billion in cash for the robotics company Kiva Systems, the industry leader in warehouse automation. The company's main model, known as Kiva, stands roughly 30 centimeters tall and can lift 450 kilograms while going around at 3 miles per hour. Amazon's bottom line benefits greatly from the substitution of these stubby orange automations in place for rushing human labor. Amazon's warehouses can now keep 50% more goods and retrieve in 3 times faster, according to estimates. This cuts the overall cost of fulfillment by 40%. Cheaper, faster warehouses mean more economical items for the end consumer, as well as commodities that are far more likely to be on the truck traveling down your street the next day. Amazon isn't stopping there. After buying Kiva, Jeff Bezos changed the company's name to Amazon Robotics and informed all prior Kiva clients, including household names like Gap, Walgreens, and Staples, that they would no longer be able to purchase new Kiva equipment. Of course, this provides Amazon with an immeasurable competitive edge. Since rolling out the Kiva robot across its fulfillment centers in 2018, Amazon has had 100,000 of them by now, which has easily crossed 200,000 by this year. Amazon Robotics has been optimizing the design even further. Kiva's current iteration, known as the Pegasus, is 10 centimeters shorter, allowing for more stacked on top, and it employs half the parts, making it cheaper to make and operate. Amazon claims Pegasus can lift 600 kilograms and can be modified with conveyor belt to be utilized in sortation centers, where Amazon claims shipping mistakes have been cut in half due to mainly Pegasus. Naturally, Amazon isn't stopping there. Last summer, it introduced a newer, smaller robot dubbed Sanctus, which would be available at a fulfillment center near you. So, how can these blinked out Roombas go around with constantly colliding? The route of every single robot is coordinated by cloud-based software that operates what can rightly be termed as an AI-run air traffic control network. This is all about optimization. What is the shortest way to get to a product that will not interfere with other robots' runs? What is the best speed for acceleration or deceleration? Up to 800 robots can be deployed in the warehouse floor at the same time. However, in operation, the numbers are kept lower to minimize traffic jams. When their batteries run out, the robots are told to locate the nearest recharge station. Since warehouse robots took over, modifications have been made to better working circumstances. Skylights, for example, are now covered up so the glare does not mislead the robot sensors. Air conditioning units that blows downwards in human-occupied spaces now blow sideways to avoid tipping in fragile objects from the tops of moving shelves. A camera on the robot's undercarriage scan QR codes placed on the floor to navigate, and separate sensors assist the robot in slowing or swerving to avoid obstructions on its paths. Other Amazon robots appear dull and conventional in comparison to these scurrying warehouse servants. The RoboStow robotic arms, for example, would not appear out of place in an old-school automobile plant, except that it can lift a heavy 1,200 kilos and handle shipping pellets to within a tenth of a millimeter precision. There are also labeling robots, dubbed slam machines, by human co-workers due to their persistently pounding noise. This can label up to 1 parcel per second. And as a foreshadowing of what is to come in the next few years, Amazon just acquired Canvas Technologies, a company specialized in autonomous robotic carts. Imagine the most sci-fi drinks trolley you can think of. Of course, robots are just part of the tale inside Amazon's smart warehouses. Even the company's most passionate futurists agree that total automation is a decade away, and even then, it's unlikely to happen. So, what about the human side? In theory, Amazon's managerial tactics, along with all the technology, have made the company remarkably lean and mean by historical standards. In 2016, it was projected that bringing everything in-house rather than the redundancy of inherent in a typical high street or shopping mall, Amazon needed just half the personnel a traditional company may require for $10 million in sales. So what are all these folks, hundreds of thousands of them, doing all across the world? Since Kiva and its robotic successors took over, there has been considerably less running around, but there are still plenty of activities demanding sophistication and problem thinking. Stowing and picking are the two most prevalent jobs that humans still do. When items arrive at fulfillment centers, people place them on shelves or pods to be retrieved later by robots. When the robots come by, the pickers take the specified item off the shelf and send it on to be packaged. Picking staff are urged to work quickly in order to maintain their so-called rate. Employees who fail to meet expectations may be reprimanded and eventually fired. According to one former employee, this rate can be difficult to meet. They began at 120 products per hour and quickly increased to 280 products per hour 3 years later. Errors are also reprimanded. According to the same ex-employee, workers were formerly allowed 1 error per 1,000 items, but are now only allowed 1 error per 2,200 items. So, is Amazon's ultra-efficient warehouse a force for good? While COVID-19 destroyed significant areas of conventional retail sector, Amazon has been processing up to 40 more orders than projected in 2020. Toilet paper sales jumped 186% in the month leading up to March 23. Cough medication sales increased 862%, and children's vitamins increased 287%. Simply said, in a world where walking to the store might be dangerous, Amazon feels a need, and as a result, an increasing number of people rely on it. Will robots steal our jobs? The future is uncertain, but with Amazon, it's clear that humans are still needed for many aspects of the work. And even if robots can one day stow or pick up as fast as humans, dealing with many crises like leaking paint pots on a fast-moving conveyor belt or identifying ripe bananas on site will require human touch for some time to come. Whatever the future holds, whether it's Amazon's new 40 million robotics lab just outside Boston, or their intriguing patent for airship-like floating fulfillment centers, one thing is certain. As long as we're all purchasing, Amazon will keep delivering to you. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on so you won't miss out our new upcoming videos.